I just got the Retro Fighters Kickstarter controller, and I've gotta say it's pretty good. Not perfect, but I wouldn't mind using it for most games. The controller removes the center handle that the official controller is infamous for, and the new design works very well. I prefer the shoulder buttons were further from the center, and if the A and B buttons were further away, but overall, the buttons are placed well. The quality of the buttons is another case. Each button press is loud, and anytime you'll need to mash a button or rotate the joystick, you'll quickly prefer the original controller. The controller has the memory card reader on the back, but it doesn't work. It's not a deal breaker for me because all of my memory cards have been dead ever since I got them, but I wish they didn't even add it so there's more finger space available. If you're a Hey You Pikachu fan, you'll be disappointed that the microphone will not attach to this controller. Let's see how this controller plays, starting with Super Smash Bros. I didn't play this game very often, but playing with the Retro Fighters controller and a regular controller felt similar. The Retro Fighters controller made jumps peak more often, but everything else felt identical to the official controller. That probably has to do with the two controllers featuring very different joysticks. Games were designed for the official controller, so it makes sense the Retro Fighters controller makes jumps peak more. Super Mario 64 actually controls better with this type of joystick. It might be because I usually play Mario 64 with a GameCube controller, but it works for me. Kirby 64 is a different story. The D-pad works fine, but is harder on the Retro Fighters controller, making my thumb sore halfway through one level. I also noticed that on the level select screen, the Retro Fighters controller can't move the cursor as freely as an original controller does. The Retro Fighters controller also features turbo buttons. I tried that out on Mario Party and Pokemon Stadium. On Mario Party, the minigame Buried Treasure speeds up a lot. Like, a lot. Pokemon Stadium was interesting with the minigame Magikarp Splash. Normally you had to press the A button hard to jump higher, but with the Retro Fighters controller, my Magikarp was jumping at a different height every time. Even though I said I'd prefer this on Mario 64 and even Mario Party, I feel like the joystick can make or break how each game will play. The controller will be $30 once it's available later this year. That's not an amazing deal since you can get 2 used official controllers for that price, but if you really like the Nintendo 64, then I'd recommend it.